She is the great Valentina Shevchenko, and she is kind enough to join us. Hello, Valentina. Thank you so much for the time. It's great to see you again.
Hello, Ariel. Nice to see you too.
Happy early birthday as well. I think it's on Friday, right?
I guess so.
Okay. Did I break the news to you, or did I get it wrong? Is it not on Friday? I've been known to do this.
March 7th, is it Friday? I kind of like lost the day count.
Yes, it is on Friday. You're not a big birthday person? You don't do like a whole week celebration and all of that?
When you're in training camp, it's a little bit different,
Yeah.
the celebration and everything like that. And when you are like on a road and a training camp, it makes a whole difference.
No, I understand that. You've got a lot going on, and you just came back from Montreal. I don't know if you know this. I am from Montreal. That's my hometown. And so I'm just curious, what did you think of it?
You have very beautiful city, and it's like I loved Montreal. In it was first time I've been there, so it's a lot of history, a lot of. We didn't have a lot of time to spend to discover the city, but we went definitely to the old port, to the marinas, to see the river, and yeah, all the buildings. It's beautiful. I enjoyed it. During the winter time, so cold, so
Yes.
many snow. Yeah, this is the only challenge I faced.
But a little bit like back home, right? Sort of like Kyrgyzstan, right? The weather?
Oh, we can have that cold, but not that much cold.
Okay.
We can have snow, but not that big snow.
Okay, I understand. And I also saw you at the Montreal Canadiens hockey game. What did you think of that experience? They're a very famous team in Canada. I'm sure everyone explained to you all about their history. What did you think of the experience there?
I loved the game. It's the first game I've been like ever been a hockey game. It was in back in Las Vegas, Golden Knights,
Yes.
and that was my second game. And I really enjoy the atmosphere. I really enjoy the fan reaction. And yeah, definitely, it's hockey. It's very strong game. It's very strong sport. Where more like fighting involved, and you see PR teams. They showed me some clips when it was like I think a week ago the game, and they were like in first 90 seconds had about
Yes.
like 4 fights. So yeah, it's definitely they have to have knowledge of MMA too.
Yes, that was Canada US. That was a great scene, just like a week prior. You are right. Could I ask? I heard you say that you don't view your title reigns in separate chapters. It's all one big story for you. But I'm just wondering, since recapturing the belt in September when you beat Alexa Grasso, this time around, now that you are, holding the title, you probably always thought of yourself as champion. You always viewed yourself as a champion. Is there any difference this time around, or does it really just feel like one continuous long reign to you?
I would say I a little bit add. I see myself as a one person, right? You cannot say like it's something like was uh, n- then you had a break, you don't have any feelings, and now you have different feelings. No, it's all the same, all the preparation. But it's you, it's your story, what you was creating. It's your preparation, it's your trainings, and definitely it's kind of like I had these. I had this stop on my way that kind of like also brought me much power into myself. It's brought me so much knowledge. It's brought me so much good things, and that's why I consider this like second reign as a like um I don't know. It's very hard to say, but I consider it like continuous and me being the best version of myself, like even the best version what I was back like few years ago.
Do you have a different kind of appreciation for being the champion?
It's no not I'm not that kind of person who's like not appreciating things, because when I become a UFC champion, it was not just occasionally and I had like 6 fights or something like that, and then suddenly boom, you're champion. No, let's not forget that I came to the championship, UFC championship, being 17 times Muay Thai champion. I had so much martial arts story like before gaining UFC belt. That's why for me, I really know how to appreciate things. I'm not the person who doesn't know the cost of something. And so yeah, it's not the different appreciation of the belt, but it's different how you see yourself from inside view.
Okay. No, I understand that and I appreciate that. You know, it's interesting. The last time we saw you in action, Valentina, was September 14th. That was the third fight against Alexa Grasso at the Sphere Noche UFC. And it seemed like, and to a degree, I understand the sort of urgency on Manon Fiorot's part, but it seemed like immediately afterwards she was, you know, aggressively trying to get you to accept the fight. In November, she was tweeting, you know, stop making people wait. Most champions don't turn around and fight 2 months later. And this led to this back and forth here where in November she's saying, stop making people wait. Let's do it soon enough so I can send you to retirement and move on. And my impression was that you got a little bit annoyed from this. And I can understand why, if I'm being 100% honest. And then you responded to her and we got this response: you lose, you retire, deal, ill-mannered first grader. And then she responded to you with this: deal, I'll take you seriously when you've signed the contract, quote, damn teacher's pet. And so is that an accurate assessment of how you were feeling at the time? Because you had just fought less than 2 months prior.
I've been in a cruise in Pacific Ocean in the islands, and that's why it's nothing can annoy me when I in this like paradise, and it's different, and um if you're speaking about Manon, it's I know she's claiming be like a karate person, and it's exactly karate. It's about all about respect, how you see the world, how you approach the martial arts. But being like throwing these kind of like dirty tweets, and if she's really thinking it's gonna provoke to for the action someone, I think it's mistaken. It's not like I mentioned before, she's claiming to be karate person about all the respect but acting like a savat person,
Mm.
and it's kind of like it's funny, it's silly. And I would understand like when person already did something, uh, defend belts, like being a champion or something like that, but without do a thing, starting to go around and assault everyone. It's not how this things works. Yeah, maybe she wanted some attention, or maybe someone gives this advice to her, like some bright mind decided to come up with this strategy. But I don't think that is the smart thing. Me, especially being martial artist all my life, and martial arts, it's all about respect in general. Like our life, it's all about respect to your to everyone, to olders one, respect from child to their parents, respect to like your person who you speak with, respect to when you are. It's not the things that, because it's essential, it's a base what like humanity over the millions years, what like 1,000 years human what is living in the world. It's essential things, it's our base, it's all about respect. And how, for example, you can build your family or something like that if child don't respect their parents, if some younger people come to the older people and start to speak from the same position. So what is that all about that? And it's like in general, it's like this perspective, respect is the most important. And this is what about martial arts, what is teaching of all athletes. But I think it's like in general, right, like especially karate being martial arts with a huge story, it's teaching of these things. But I guess it's like it's teaching everyone except Manon, except their gym.
Do you think that's really coming from her, or do you think it's someone on her team? Because as you know, she doesn't speak English. So do you think
Oh,
she's
this is, yeah. Yeah, was my guess that she doesn't speak any English, and even though you kind of like with a translator have to see what she meant to say, and yeah, maybe it's how I say it, some bright had some bright mind in their team came up with this idea.
So when you saw her in Montreal, was there any more of this, for lack of a better word, tension? Were there any more things said between you two? Did you get to see her at any point other than at the press conference?
No, our interaction, it's a press conference, and I wish that we would have translator because when media asked her some questions, she responded in French, and we didn't have anyone who could translate to English. So it's basically I don't know what she was saying during that time, but yeah, that was only the interaction what we had.
Okay. Was there any talk after the Grasso fight about you fighting anyone else? And I bring this up, of course, because Zhang Weili fought in February, and it seemed like Dana White was very interested in the idea. He usually doesn't say these things in the press conference, but in the post-fight press conference, he seemed very interested in the idea of you two fighting each other. And then a couple weeks later, we found out you're fighting Manon Fiorot. Was there any talk prior to that announcement of you not fighting her, fighting Zhang, or even fighting someone else not named Manon Fiorot in your next fight?
Oh no, yeah, it actually was some talk about like fighting Manon, like even before it was happened with Weili after her victory, and yeah, it's kind of like in my perspective, I knew that I gonna defend my belt against Manon, and when Weili called me out, and yeah, I thought it might be slight change, but when UFC reach out with the final agreement for the fight, yeah, it was the same what we had idea for like before all this happened. But yeah, I think Weili, she's a great fighter, and she showed that she can be successful for many years. She shows so many good fights, and I just like want to congratulate her on her recent victory.
Were you impressed with her performance against Tatiana?
Oh, I every time very like to watch her fights. And Tatiana, she's amazing fighter. She has this story that not many people can actually move forward and can come back and do what they love, martial arts, sport, and everything. That's why I have huge respect for Tatiana. And fight is fight. It's like both fighters go there to win the fight, and they do everything. And yeah, it's just like the fact that who was like in that night better fighter.
I think I speak for all MMA fans. We would love to see this fight. It's such an interesting fight. It's the best at 125 against the best at 115. If all goes well, not looking past Manon, but if all goes well for you in May, are you interested in that fight next?
I think it would be amazing fight. I think it would be something that fans would love to see, and definitely me being the person like I focus on my target, and
Yeah.
my next target it's Manon. That's why for me it's still a little bit like further to think about, and I don't let many thoughts come in my mind and like start to disfocus me from the preparation what I will have for the next 2 months for Montreal card, and that's why I'm really thinking only in one direction right now. But since the fight is over, yeah, my switch is gonna work just perfectly.
Just curious, has anyone said to you, if all goes well in May, this is what we want down the line? Like we're going to save Zhang for, you or the winner of this fight. Has that been said to you or your team?
Oh, the only things what you heard, like from Dana, and like the only things what this is the things what we are all hearing at this moment.
Okay.
But I think making this fight, it's gonna be a huge fight for the all-female sport, and like all the right negotiations that have to be done leading to this fight. I think this is all we have to be focusing on. Like moving forward. But for now, let's focus on the fight what I gonna have in 2 months in Montreal.
Now, my last question on this is, would you like for that to be the next one if all goes well in May? Hey there, sorry to interrupt. Just want to remind you, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate it very much. And while you're at it, give us a thumbs up too. You know, we've got live shows, interviews, clips, and a whole lot more going on this here channel. All right, now back to the show.
Why not? Why not? Who else?
Yes. Okay. I'm happy you say this because it's such an amazing fight. And I even heard Demetrius Johnson suggest that maybe this would be your retirement fight. Is this a crazy statement? Because it doesn't seem like you're slowing down anytime soon.
I feel that this thing about retirement it's going a little bit crazy around the martial arts community, and the most like silly questions that I have heard, not for me, but in general for all fighters. When the media they starting to ask a fighter who are on a rise,
Yeah.
on a top level, and they already start to ask this curious question about retirement. And I was like, what you're like, you don't enjoy to see their fights? You don't enjoy, like, why you want them retired as soon as they just started their career? That's why I don't really like all this like words retirement or something like that. The what we have, like the level what we have in our mind, it's all starting with the idea someone throw you to your head, or like you starting to think about, or it's like in general these things in common. But who told that there is certain age to retire? Who told that? The most important is how you feel. The most important what shape you are. If your brain ready for this, like all training camps, weight cut, and it's ready to show the best performance of yourself, so there is no limits. Like, stop asking this and stop commenting this like silly question about retirement. No, you will see the fact. You see how people fight, and you see how a person like show desire in the training. This is the measurement, the right measurement, but you have to consider before you throw this word retirement. Or I think like other persons, they say, oh, I retired, they change the mind or then come back. And I don't think that it's right the same. No, I don't think so.
I agree with you 100%. Personally, I wouldn't like if someone kept asking me, when are you going to retire in my job? So I can't imagine how someone who's at the top of their game feels about it. But speaking of that word, it did come up in the back and forth, with you and Manon. Do you think, in fact, if she loses, she will retire?
If she, it's very doubtful, because coming from the person who like respect martial arts and showing this respect, I would say yes, they will honor their word. But seeing someone who's like that and like changing their mind all the time, and kind of like don't pay anything, don't keep the word on something like that, so this is a doubt.
She said at the press conference she was disappointed that you didn't mention her name after your win over Alexa Grasso. What is your reaction to that?
Oh, I really don't know. I don't know why she disappointed that. I don't know why she ever like mentioned that, because you don't kind of like, you do your things, you don't want this attention. Or maybe she thinks that much about herself that she's like thinking that all the world is like circling around her only. I don't know, it's very hard for me to understand, because me personally, when I was expecting to fight someone, I never was, oh, they will call me out from the octagon or something like that. No, I just did my things. I just moved every time forward. I was mixed martial arts fighters who doesn't care if someone says the name or no. I will show everything with the action without waiting from anyone anything. So I just every time believe on my power and on my strength. That's why for me it's very weird to hear from someone they were upset about that they didn't hear their name.
Right. You have fought so many legends in the game. You have essentially fought everyone over the last few years, from 115 champion Joanna to Amanda Nunes and everyone in between. Where would you put her and her skills? Do you think she is one of the top fighters that you have faced? Obviously, you haven't fought her yet, but when you look at her, when you game plan for her, when you watch her and study her, is she on the level of some of these people, in your opinion?
You mean about Manon?
Yeah.
Every time when I fight a person, I consider it's like a dangerous opponent, consider a dangerous person. And no matter who I'm facing, I don't have easy fights. No matter who gonna be my next opponent, I every time getting ready for the fight as best as I can. Because for me, I know exactly there is no easy fights. There is no easy person, especially on this level of competition. In UFC, when you fight for the belt, when you defend your belt, there won't be easy opponents. That's why I every time like put the best of me in the fight.
We've seen you train all over the world for your fights. Like, you don't necessarily have like a home base, if you will, for training for this fight. Where will you be training?
So we started my training camp already, and we are traveling in Pacific Northwest. We are traveling by car, by boat. Went to the Seattle area, San Juan Islands, and we have um, I am lucky and I'm very honored that we have so many good friends and we can actually have this opportunity to travel and train the same time. For example, in Washington State, we train every time when we are here in Ivan's MMA gym, Peak MMA gym, SBG Port Townsend, SBG Portland. So and everywhere we have so amazing training partners that it's kind of like good training camp. It's already started, and then probably Las Vegas. Um, we also consider some like Texas to go and visit our friends over there, the academies. And yeah, it's my lifestyle because I feel this is what bring me power and not only physical power, but also mental power. When you are in not in the comfortable position, it's like everything you just like have all like comfortable things around your hand and you just show up in the gym training, but no, you have to deal with mental uncomfortable things when you have to travel, and then you have to still put your mind get ready for the training and not take anything out. That's I feel what give me the power and the this advantage when I go into the fight.
Yes, I saw you on the boat over there in Seattle. I think it's called the Puget Sound. That's where you were. You're always doing
Yes.
all kinds of daring things, all kinds of activities. I even saw in a magazine you were showing off your gun collection. How many guns do you own, Valentina?
Many. I'm a huge gun person, and for me, it's not only just collecting things; it's use them. I have collection of like firearms. I have collection on, and it's not the right term like collection. For me, when you say collection, it's just something that you put on a wall
Right, right.
and never touch it. But my idea, it's every time what you have to use it. That's why I don't like to hide things in the closet or something like that. I mean, even like for the teacups, you have to see them and use all the teacups what you want, what bring you joy. And the same like firearms. For example, I go to the shooting range, I take one gun one day, another gun another day, and it's every time to seek for the perfection, to see there for the best things. It's like, I'm very relating firearms and mixed martial arts
Hmm.
because what is mixed martial arts? It's the best, the greatest modern sport in combat sport because it's universal sport. fighter here, it has to be not only good and something, has to be a good fighter in wrestling, grappling, Muay Thai, boxing, kicking, like everything. The person has to combine the best qualities of itself. What is it for me? Mixed martial arts. And the same, for example, in a gun, in the like shooting sport, it's like you're looking something very reliable, that you know it's gonna work all the time, and comfortable to use, easy to use. And it's so much relating things between two, that I feel when I'm in the range and I do my like tactical shooting exercise, I understand and I feel that it's also helping me into my martial arts trainings, because it's all the same, all the one.
Which is your favorite gun? Do you have a favorite one, like your go-to?
I shoot a lot with, I have like all collection of Glocks, Glock 19, 17, 21, 42. I very like to shoot with 6 hour piece 360. I like to shoot Smith& and Wesson, the recent one, Bodyguard. It's
Oh,
like for concealed carry. I love this gun because it's very small. It's like it just fits in your pocket. You can have it like with you all the time, and it's like just so accurate when you shoot it. It's just very precise, and it fit like 12 rounds. So for this size, it's just amazing. So I have older guns, like what I have revolver Nagant, and it's for I have Mosin rifle from 1935 year. And actually, when I competed in 6 hour hunting games, and it was like competitions that for the several days in Wyoming, where we had to go with the backpacks all loaded to the mountains elevation. And I get ready for this competition with my Mosin rifle from 1935. And it's like the history from 1935 to a modern cross rifle, where you have like your binacles like via Bluetooth connecting to the rifle,
wow.
and kind of like setting the range and the right like precision what you have to shoot. It's unbelievable how like in the short time of years, how the industry and the human power of mind could have all this development. And it's not only in the industry, it's everywhere. You see how like mighty person who can like do that things and develop and go with the progress. And this is what I like the most and appreciate.
We know you as one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. You may be a greater gun shooter than you are MMA fighter, which speaks to just how prolific you are. Can I ask you one last question before I let you go?
Yes, please.
There has to be a direct answer. Who is the number one female fighter in the world right now? Is it you or Zhang Weili? This is a big debate right now. We have the debate on the men's side, but also on the women's side. In your opinion, what's the right answer? Who is the number one?
There is no one answer, because, for example, you see pound per pound ranking. They have me as the best female fighter, pound per pound. Your website has Whaley as the
Oh,
best pound per pound fighter. So there is no right answer. But like all of us, we do our thing. We show a lot of love to martial arts, and how we show it with our dedication, because we are not only just like spending 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, like considering, oh, we will like gain some money and then do whatever we want, like, because it's not our main things. No, we show this love through our dedication, that we are here through the years, because martial arts, mixed martial arts, it's our life, our philosophy, our everything what we are doing. And I will not put any name like just like throwing because someone wants to hear it from me. I respect everyone who showing this dedication. And definitely, I I think that it should be more than just one person, because so many fighters who do martial arts, it's just not fair just to throw one name on the top and forget about all other names.
Okay, that is fair. That is fair. By the way, thank you for checking out the website. I don't vote on the rankings, just for the
I
record.
follow you.
Okay, all right, fair enough, fair
I
enough.
didn't have to check it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for following, and thank you for coming on. It's always great to have you. And I hope after the fight in Montreal, you have some poutine. You try the Montreal delights. Did you hear about poutine? What they eat in Montreal?
Oh yes, the most famous dish, and definitely I was like, okay, maybe fight week I can try this, but like no, it
After.
has to be after
Yes.
the fight.
Yes, it has to be after. Thank you as always for the time. Appreciate you taking out some time out of the busy day. Good luck in training, and bon chance, as they say in Montreal. Bon chance, bon courage as well on the 10th of May. Can't wait to see you back in there.
Thank you, Ariel. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Same to you. There she is, the great Valentina Shevchenko. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.